when will you settle down and kind of get a proper job? We're back to a proper job. And I'm like, oh.
Just shoot me in the head, why don't you? Just shoot me in the head. Like, literally. If I'm making money and I'm paying bills and I'm able to keep myself alive at a
At a good level.
A good level. What is a real job? What is a real job? I don't want to be famous.
Yes.
Like, does that make sense?
It does. It makes 100% sense.
When people ask me like, oh, like, what do you do? I just say like, oh yeah, I'm an online comedian.
Yes.
I am a comedian. I'm saying that now.
You're a comedian.
I am a comedian. I'm a doctor. I haven't got a degree, but I'm a doctor. Charismatic.
Charismatic.
As you can tell, I'm very charismatic. It is not what you've done. It's what you do with what you've done for others. Noah Centineo.
Thank you.
I know. Oh, I have my phone.
Everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's starting.
Oh my god, it's starting. This is nice. Ooh. Has it started? Are we going?
Awkward silence. I don't know what to do.
Has it started?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
I think so. How should I start, Ruby?
I don't know. The white lights are quite intimidating. Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
The world and nation.
And yes. Good day, kind sir, and thou. And thou. And thee.
Thee.
And they.
I
and
thou
they.
thank my good lady BTW. It's Ruby.
I was going to say tanks. That's not a word. That's spelling. That's not spelling either.
Spelling.
How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
I'm enjoying it. Thank you for having me.
Have you been on any podcasts before?
Oh,
or many?
I have. It was awful.
They were awful.
Awful.
How?
It was awful.
Like
it was
what,
bad.
mate? How were they awful?
I went on one podcast and they're gonna kill me for talking about this because they're actually my friends. It was three of my friends at the time, and they had a podcast, and the episode never got released because the audio was there was a problem with the audio, which I don't believe.
You don't believe the audio?
No.
Did you think you were like you were just bad, or it was bad?
No. So basically, we got on there, right, and I thought we were going to talk about like comedy, social media. We've been friends for ages. Like,
yeah.
And one of the guys on there, he just started throwing these like weird like sex questions at me, and I was like, whoa guys, I don't want to talk about that. You did not, like, really like extreme, like,
my gosh.
and I was like, I have not been prepared for this.
That's like there's a brief and then there's like a
brief. I was like, girl, my mum
will watch
come
this.
on. Yeah, no, she would have watched it. So I was like, girl, I can't answer these questions. So I started being like, guys, I'm not gonna like, say that. I'm not going to talk about that.
I'm not kind of comfortable.
Yeah,
yes.
And then like another one brought up like a category in like porn that like he liked, and I can't control my facial expressions. That's one thing about me. I cannot control my facial expressions. It's really bad.
Oh wait, so if like you say someone says something you don't like, you're like,
I literally just go like, and like I can't. It's something I've struggled with because you know when like someone walks in and you don't. Oh my god, this sounds so snobby. But you know when somebody walks in and they might be wearing something that you particularly think. In fact, you might be thinking about my outfit right now, and that is perfectly fine. Everyone has their own taste. But I will think thoughts in my head, and I'll be like, oh god, what's going on with his shoes? And I say in my muddy, puddle-ridden platforms.
We'll talk about your platform shortly, but
yeah, and I'll think, oh god, what's going on there? And it will show on my face, and I'll be like, are you alright? And I'm like, yeah, and I can't control my facial expressions. So he'd said this thing, he was like into, I think it was like an anime thing, like some sort of hentai porn, and I just went,
like seriously,
and looked at him, and he goes, what? And he starts talking about it, and I'm sitting there the entire time not saying a single thing, just going,
are you serious? It's like, yes.
And like, I'm not one to kink shame, but the things that were coming out of that guy's mouth were incredible, like just genuine things I've never heard of, and I was like, that, ew.
Yes.
Going, what's going on?
Like,
what's going on? Because like, you weren't talking like this 10 minutes ago.
No.
Or for the past 6 months. So what's
just like, where's it come from?
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. You say that. There's so many like angles we can explore from that. But when I kind of like reach out to guests to come on the podcast, I just like I've known you how like 2 years now, a year. I think it was Comic Con.
Comic Con October 2022.
Yes.
Yeah, so just over a year now.
Just over a year.
Yeah.
Yes, that was it. Just over a year. It's like amazing how many like anniversaries happen around Comic Con.
It is. No, it literally is.
It's just
everyone. I think I met. The only person I didn't meet was my child and son Joe. I met him. HZ Joe. I met him at the Witcher premiere, but I think everyone else I met at con first.
Okay, yeah. for the first time. Because how did you get into like Ruby's background before we kind of go into like the sex questions? naturally
as you do.
Naturally as you do.
As you do. Yeah.
Like, how did you end up in this like sphere or world or like social media and TikTok and?
Wow, basically, I had no friends. So I thought, how can I make friends? I know, let's put Minecraft videos on YouTube, Martin. Let's be a Minecraft gamer.
Really?
Yeah, like that will make me friends. I thought, how can I make friends?
That's quite incredible actually. It's like, how can you make, instead of just going, I've got no friends, how can I make friends?
I'm becoming a streamer. No, I wasn't even streaming. It was just like little YouTube. A streamer would have been cooler.
And how long ago was this?
I was like 12.
You were 12?
So I started making Minecraft videos when I was 12 under the name, it's just an awful name, SpyCat10.
SpyCat?
Because I thought I was a spy. I liked cats. Oh no, I was 10. That was the whole point. I was 10 years old. 10. I liked cats, and I thought I was a spy. So I was like, SpyCat10. Mate, this will bring me all the friends.
I love that. Yeah, it's like, this is cool. This is...
And then that went.
Oh, so was that a phase? You've not kind of continued on from...
No, I have. I still play Minecraft. I just don't post.
Okay.
But I did that till I was like maybe 13, 14.
Oh wow, so you did it for a few years.
Yeah, and like that was kind of like my first introduction to social media.
Yes.
And then I was like, I want more attention, so I'm gonna put my face on this videos. So before it was just gameplay.
So you were just like screen recording a screen of you playing Minecraft,
and I just speak into a microphone with my cousin.
I love that, and because in Minecraft you got all the bricks and the blocks.
Build battles.
Build battles.
If you know which camera is it, if you know high pixel build battles, what a time to be alive! What a time to be alive!
Ruby.
Martin, have you ever experienced the high pixel lobby?
The high
pixel lobby.
No.
Martin, you're missing out, lad.
I've never lived.
You haven't. No, you actually haven't. It was God's work.
God's work.
That's the only way I can describe it.
Wow. I think that's a song by Drake, isn't it? Or is it Kanye? Or God's Plan?
God's Plan?
Maybe it was God's
Plan.
Plan.
No, it was. No, there is a song. Yes, it goes God's Plan. God's Plan.
Maybe God's Plan. No. Batman? No, not Batman.
No, I wish, but I don't like Drake. Oh. Sorry.
See, there we were. I thought it was like all of a sudden it was like God's plan that you would be like telling me about the high pixel Minecraft lobby.
Well, it probably was.
This was meant to be.
This was meant to be.
This was meant to be. I like that.
Unfortunately, if you go on Hypixel now, it's just like people building dicks. Like, it's very inappropriate. But
yes.
Back then, it was...
It was the place to be.
It was the place to be.
Okay. No, I like that. I get that. So you started off with the high pixel lobby, sharing your experiences onto YouTube.
Yeah, and then I started making like little videos of me just running around. And then TikTok came out in 2019. Yeah.
Something you would say it was before COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was before COVID.
I remember seeing the adverts for it on like the bottom of Gmail, and it'd be like TikTok. It's like, what's that?
And I remember I didn't have it for a while, and then all my friends had it, and I was like, I want to be cool. I want to be cool.
Yes.
So I downloaded it, and I just started posting videos of me just kind of ranting and just... it was just ranting and just doing, like, the trends. The account I have now, though, isn't my original account.
Oh, really? So the BTW It's Ruby?
Isn't the original account.
Oh.
Yeah, it was originally Ruby Redfort.
Ruby Redfort?
Which people thought my name was for... People in my school thought my name was Ruby Redfort for, like, the longest time.
Oh, they thought your surname was...
Redfort, yeah, it wasn't. I lied. I should have kept it. It sounds better than my actual name, but... so I posted that and they started doing well, and I was like, oh,
yes,
actually make something of this? And then I started like yelling online, and people were like, oh, this is okay.
My God, and you were like yelling with something you were passionate about?
Yeah,
or
yeah. People say I talk too much. And I thought, well, yes.
Yes, you do.
Well, yes, I do.
Okay.
So what can I do with that? Talk online.
I love that.
To annoy even more people.
Ruby, I love it. It's like the common theme is, it's like you how can you make friends, make videos online? How can you like utilise...
Be more annoying to a wider population of people.
I love that.
The internet.
On the internet.
The internet.
So that was just your mindset. You realised the gifts you had within yourself.
I had, just rambling. And then I realised, I can make money off this.
Really? So you can make money...
And now it's my job. And I don't know how. I don't know how.
So what is your social media influencer or content creator?
I say, everyone always yells at me, but I can say this now because I've been on Comedy Central. Yes. I am a comedian. I'm saying that now.
You're a comedian.
I am a comedian. People used to laugh at me when I said that, and I was like, I know I'm only posting on TikTok, but I will sit there, I will go through the news, I will find headlines, I will write a comedy sketch off that, script it out, film it, and then post it.
Yes.
I think maybe an online comedian, because I'm an online comedian. But I hate the word influencer because I feel like people shut off when they hear that.
Yes, I follow. Maybe we could have like a quick discussion about that, because I actually, with the comedy side of things, I really do like I like your content. It is you put in a lot of work into the content you do, and then you like edit it and like post it and everything. And it's like quite a lot of people say I'm an internet influencer. Yeah. But I think you've got to be. That's like saying you're famous because you're famous, or something.
Right. This
it's
is
like,
what I'm saying.
What's the substance? What creates that? Why does that amount of people follow?
Exactly. What do you do?
Yeah. What do you do?
What do you do?
Kind of, what do you offer?
Exactly, and I think this is the thing.
Them?
It's like I've always seen the internet as a step. I think a lot of my friends, and this is perfectly fine. Like a lot of my friends, they want to be influencers. They say to me, "I want to be an influencer.
Yes.
I want to be a YouTuber." That's never been the goal. The goal has always kind of been, I want to be a comedian.
Okay.
I want to work in comedy, and this has always been my step up. So when people ask me like, "Oh, like what do you do?" I just say like, "Oh yeah, I'm an online comedian," just because I feel like if you present yourself, it's like manifestation in a way. If you, as long as you actually, as long as you're not just not doing anything, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm a comedian." They're like, "Do you post?" No. Do you write? No. I just, you know what I mean? Like, as long as you're doing something.
Yes, you're actually kind of creating, or kind of that manner. You're thinking it, but you're actually doing.
And people will, if I, for example, I got cast in something, which is very fun. It's coming out end of February.
You got cast in something?
I did get cast in something on Comedy Central. Very excited. Very excited.
That's it. Don't give
any
spoilers
away. But they called me and they were like, "What do you do?" And I was like, I say I'm an online comedian because I do comedy and I want to do comedy, and these are some of my sketches, and they were like, "Yeah, you're an online comedian." And I was like, "Okay, that helped me a bit," because I think it's that kind of thing where people go like, "Oh, like if you say you're an influencer, you are marketing yourself as an influencer.
Yes,
you're not marketing yourself as what you really want to do. If you want to be an actor, say you're an actor.
Yes, actually, sort of kind of
that could be quite dangerous. I'm a doctor." I haven't got a degree, but I'm a doctor. There we go. There we go.
The plague. You'll have to operate on me. Wow. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think that's interesting, and that's actually funny. I think maybe we could touch on that as well, because that's something I always kind of struggled with in kind of a previous life of mine with the businesses. I was like buying and selling model aeroplanes.
Yeah. So sick.
Oh,
so sick.
Loved it. And I kind of like built up this like big community on Facebook. It's ridiculous kind of looking back on it now. Or like it's like even kind of I'm still in that world, but I kind of do all of this and kind of all other bits and pieces.
Yeah.
It was like it was like I tell people what I did. It's like I buy and sell model aeroplanes, and I always got shut down.
Yeah. Because
it's like you make money out for your hobby. You're like.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a job. When are you going to get a proper job or something?
I hate that. Go get a proper... What do you mean proper? If I'm making money and I'm paying bills and I'm able to keep myself alive at a
at a good level.
A good level. What is a real job? What is a real job?
What is...
Really weird noise. Apologies.
Don't worry. what is that? And it kind of took, it almost kind of, then you kind of almost, in like a weird way, you kind of live your life in a lie, because I was worried, I think it might be like that people-pleasing instinct in me.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's like, I don't want Ruby to judge me. I don't want Ruby to say, I sort of anticipate you'll say, that's not a proper job.
Yeah, that's not a proper job, yeah.
So then I don't tell people,
yeah.
or I sort of I don't tell the full story of what I do. And it's like, actually, you should like just own it.
Just own it. Literally just own it. Like, and it's hard. I know I'm such a hypocrite for saying that, and I know I am, because I will literally say, like, people are like, oh, like, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, TikTok. I'm a TikToker. And like, I was with someone, and I said that to him, and he was like, why did you say it like that? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, why did you say TikToker like that? And I was like, because it's TikTok. And he was like, are you making money? I was like, yeah. He's like, is it your job? And I went, yeah. And he went, okay.
Yeah. Own it.
Okay, like, that's fine. And I was like, that's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Very good point.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that something you kind of had to like learn to adjust kind of throughout time?
Yeah, for sure. It's just confidence in yourself, I think.
Just confidence in yourself. I love
growing life.
Just
living.
Surviving.
Live, love, love.
Live, love, laugh.
Feel
like, kind of pushing it. Okay. So you've sort of kind of had to learn kind of confidence within yourself to own that. And have you had to kind of learn anything else, or like adapt and change to situations, or like videos that don't do well, or maybe they might kind of spark I say controversy, but you don't maybe get the reaction you're anticipating.
Completely. I honestly, before, first I had to adjust to views, like going, like dipping and going up, because back when I first started, I was getting like 500k views average every post, Martin.
Video.
Martin, every post, and I wasn't monetizing this because I didn't know. I was like, I was 16, and I was posting, and I was getting like 500k video, and I just didn't know like what to do with it.
Yes.
And then and I remember being disappointed. I'd be like, oh, a video only got to 300k. Oh. Girl, please. I wish for those numbers now, and I had to adjust to that massive dip, because now obviously TikTok's so much, like, it's so saturated.
It's such a big platform.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when it first kicked off, it wasn't. So your videos, they were kind of like the select few like TikTokers that did stuff and people would recognize them. But now it's so saturated that your views are obviously going to take a hit. And I had to really kind of learn that just because it did badly doesn't mean you should go cry in a pit.
Oh, no.
And to really get used to it and be like, okay, did you like the video? Yes. Do you think you did it well? Yes.
Okay.
If it gets bad views, it gets bad views.
It does, and it's almost kind of a case of even don't think, but if you're like enjoying the moment of creating, pulling everything together.
Completely. And also a lot of my videos as well, because I do political comedy. It really is quite, it's on that line of like, because there's always going to be another side. There's always going to be the opposing side.
Because they do say in like conversation, don't talk about politics, religion.
That's all I talk about.
That's all you talk about.
All I talk about. And it's created an issue where like loads of my videos will get taken down because the other side, or people who don't agree with my political view, will
report it, or
they'll report it a lot of the time. Or they don't. Americans, I have a big issue with Americans. This is to you, USA.
Oh.
US. Annoying.
Oh.
Hey, get on my level. But no, yeah, I will talk in like a sarcastic tone, and I might say something which is in a very kind of British style humour.
Yes.
They won't get it. They'll think I'm being serious, and they'll report it.
Yes.
It's really annoying. I had my biggest one was I did transracial. I did an advert for transracial because this guy Ollie White at the time. Ollie White. Not Ollie White. Sorry. Ollie what? That's a throwback. Ollie White. What was his? It's like Ollie. Oh. Sorry, Ollie White.
Ollie. It wasn't Ollie who sits in a trolley.
I don't know. It might have been. I haven't watched one of Ollie White's videos. I don't think he even posts anymore in a hot minute. But
who was Ollie?
Ollie White was friends with Joe Sugg and Casper Lee, and he was like part of like the original like YouTube vlogging squad. Oh. And I used to be obsessed with him.
Loved him.
I loved him, but like Ollie, and then I think he might have been rude to one of my friends, and I was like, oh. He met one of them. A lot of my friends, they have something against Ollie White. I don't know what it is. But he became a controversial figure. So, like, we move on from him. But I didn't mean Ollie White. I meant Ollie London.
Ollie London.
Ollie London. That's
Okay.
it. Let's not talk.
I know it's like, who is Ollie White?
Who
It's
is Ollie
like,
White?
You've just called out this poor guy.
I'm sorry, Ollie. I'm sorry.
To all the Ollie Whites out there, I'm sorry.
We apologise. Ollie London.
Ollie London
Came out saying he wants to be transracial. And I think the transition was from English to Korean.
Oh.
At the time, and I was watching. I was like, "What is this like a thing?" Like, and I was doing more research into it, and there was a woman who wanted to be black, so she like did everything up, and I was like, "Guys, this is insane." Because in my mind,
yes,
it's quite a privilege to be able to change your race to whatever you want.
I don't know how to navigate this conversation, Ruby.
You lead it. Listen. Because in America, there are sundown towns where you cannot be there past sundown if you are black, or they will kill you. They will literally kill you.
Okay.
You must be in a privileged place to say, "Oh, I actually kind of want to be black."
Yeah, that sort of
and just change.
That society's kind of accepting.
Yeah.
I think. I guess that. Yeah, kind of an interesting.
People hated that opinion of, they were like, oh, because I mentioned the word privilege, and there was so much controversy on white privilege. I still stand by what I said.
Okay.
Because I kind of made the video. I was like, oh, wait, I can change race. Oh my god, all this bullying that I've had, all this racism against me, I can just become white. Oh my god, this is great, guys.
How would you be? I'd say I'm white. Like,
well, this was the video. This was the video. I made a joke, and I was like, guys, no one's going to be racist to me anymore. I'm just going to become white. And
how do you become white? I'm fascinated.
In the sketch, I fell asleep, and then I got my friend Ellie to just wake up, and I just cut to her, and it was like, sad of being bullied about your race? Sad of being called the N-word? Oh, well, just change your race, guys. Just do it. And then she wakes up, and I'm white. Wow. And it was like, and I was kind of going off stereotypes, but Americans thought I was being real. Right, Martin, that face is exactly the face that I gave it as well. They were like, oh, like, what do you mean you can be transracial? You can't be transracial. I'm like, it's a joke. It's clearly a joke.
It's comedy, and I guess with comedy,
it's subjective.
Yeah. There's jokes you might say, and it's like, oh, actually, I don't. If you don't find it funny, but you've got that platform. Comedy. Yeah. Yes, it's a joke.
It's a joke, and if you don't get the joke, then you don't get the joke.
Yes.
And I deeply apologise for that. But at the same time, I was looking through it, and it was a lot of white people telling me that transracial isn't real, and I was like, I know.
It's a joke.
And a lot of black people as well. I was like, guys, I know I can't change my race.
Yes.
That's why I fell asleep, did a fairy glitter effect, and my white friend in my place woke up.
Was that it?
That was Martin. I kid you not. She just wakes up, and I go, oh my gosh, now you can, like, I don't know,
Ruby, I'm slightly
season your food. Like, it was just so silly. I was talking like this the entire time. Like, whoa. They just didn't get it.
I'm slightly disappointed in you, because I thought there'd like be something that you would have like actually like became. I wanted to know how I could like become more white. It was like
white chicks. Well,
it's like how could I like what makes us like? Do you suddenly start having Sunday roasts or?
Well,
like
you
how
have
could
to
I
watch the sketch? Oh my god!
I love that. Okay.
Have you watched White Chicks?
I haven't seen White Chicks.
Shut up. Martin, shut up. You haven't seen White Chicks?
No. Have I like missed out?
When you go home tonight, go on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Watch White Chicks. It is one of the best films you will ever watch.
Okay.
It's about two undercover policemen who need to protect these blonde girls.
Okay.
Blonde rich girls. And they have an issue where they like, one of them like breaks their nose in like a car accident or something, and she refuses to leave the house because she doesn't want to get like paps. So they pretend to be the white girls, and they work for like the FBI, and they get like all like dolled up, and they get like wigs, and they get like spray painted, and everyone go, it's so good.
The transformation.
You have to watch it.
Sounds like a makeover.
It is. It literally is.
Oh.
It's insane. But yeah, oh my god, I can't believe you haven't watched that. That's like a signature movie.
Yes, okay. Ruby, I'm
Missing out.
I'm sorry. I'll watch it for inspiration and kind of that learning.
You're gonna come in the heels.
Of course, speaking of heels, your shoes, Ruby.
No, Martin, this is upsetting me because I don't want anyone. Don't come for the colour of my tights. I know the guys might not see it, but I know the girls and the gays are looking at my tights, being like, "Girl, that's a bit off colour." I know. I couldn't match my skin tone. That's why they're orange. And there is.
Are they? I didn't even notice.
My hairs under my tights. Look.
Oh, Ruby, that's pretty. That like showcases our like we're all human.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know how having hair. Yes, I don't know if I've got hairs under my tights.
I literally put on my. Oh, look at that. That's awful. That's so embarrassing. But no, these shoes. I love these shoes. As you can tell, they're very well worn. I ran through a puddle. That's where they're covered in mud.
I love that.
But I look at the scuffing. These just.
They're like worn.
I know. I love them though.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
They're comfortable.
I don't want to. The company, they've changed the design.
Okay.
So they now look a bit different.
Yes.
So if I bought new ones, they're not going to be the same.
They wouldn't be the same. No.
They're not going to be the same. And I just love them so much. I'm just like...
Oh, Ruby.
That's why I said I'm such a hypocrite. Me going, when somebody walks in and you look at their shoes and you think, oh, that's what everyone looks at me. That's what everyone looks at me. But I don't mind. It's fine.
I love that. Okay. Well, I think that's quite interesting, kind of what we... touch on is like your creation of like the social media videos and your journey, but now it's like kind of look at I'd say you've done quite well. You've come quite far in the your to be released Comedy Central.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
But what's that like? You sort of, I take it through your journey you got to meet more like social media content creators and more kind of influencers.
Yeah, no, I get you.
TikTokers and people who are like famous on the internet. What's that like? How do you like you were Ruby who started off making Minecraft videos when you were 10 to then like meeting more people and like filming television shows.
People are gonna hate me for this. Never meet your heroes is true. Never meet your heroes is like one of the truest statements I've ever heard, because everyone is human. And the internet, especially TikTok, gives a platform. And the reason why I like TikTok is because it gives a voice and a platform to so many people.
And you can, if you've got a phone and a camera, well, you don't your phone's normally got a camera on.
Yeah, literally, like, just go up, like, you know. And I like that everyone can be creative and, you know, talk as much as you want. But unfortunately, it kind of, it attracts people who are actually narcissistic knobs. Now, that is the only way I can describe it. Because I think there's a big difference between people who do this because they like what they do. I want to do comedy because I love comedy. I sit there at home. I watch hundreds of hours of stand-up. I love comedy. It's my passion. I want to do it because I love it.
Yes.
I don't want to do it because I want to be famous.
You don't want to be famous, or you don't want to have like 10,000.
That's not my
objective or goal.
If you do well in comedy, obviously there's popularity that comes with that, obviously.
Yes.
But that's not, I don't want to be famous.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does. It makes 100% sense.
And I think a lot of people on TikTok, their only goal is to be famous.
Yes.
They're not doing it because they love it. They're doing it because they like the attention. And it's just, I've met almost every YouTuber or kind of influencer who I looked up to.
Yes. Okay. Now, people you'd be scrolling through your phone.
Yeah, when I was young, not even phone, because you only had YouTube back in the day, really.
Oh, yes.
You know,
and you could like select from 360p.
Yeah, literally.
And then 480 came out.
Yeah.
And it was like,
whoa, crikey,
it was like
down.
Minecraft in HD.
Like looking through a window. But I honestly, and some of them have been amazing. It's been great, but also at the same time, it's been a bit of a punch in the teeth, because it's kind of like, oh, I really looked up to you. You're a horrible person. Oh, like you're horrible, you know, like. And I think I've never really understood that kind of idea where, and if you're in the social media space, I mean, I'm sure you've met someone who's a little bit up their own.
It's interesting. it's an interesting...
It's that kind of elitist vibe, which I see a lot of creators have, and I hate it.
Yes, a lot of creators.
Not all of them.
No.
But there's so many creators in this industry who love what they do. May I just say, clarify? Genuinely.
Just lovely. They're just lovely. I think almost, if I'm honest, that's almost one of the reasons I set this podcast. Because I'd meet people. There's cameras around and we've got microphones and it's being recorded. But this is a conversation we'd have
anyway.
In a McDonald's. We do have conversations 100%. Like this.
And I'd pull a gym and just make weird faces at an invisible camera instead of
instead of that one. And it's like, even like that, I just kind of get the enjoyment from like talking to people, because I think it's like that case. It's like I spent like my child kind of growing up. A lot of my friends were older, and I sort of then I kind of got to like mid-20s. So it's like I'd like want to find people like my own age, or like people who I can kind of connect to. It's like that.
Yeah, completely.
And then it's like I did like the reality television. One of the reasons I set up the podcast was it'd be like that was it. Yeah, it was sort of I did the reality TV show, and then I sort of kind of got to go to an event and kind of meet people, and it was like, oh my gosh, it's like I finally like found people similar to myself. And I don't know why. I don't know whether it's like I've got ADHD and dyslexia, and it's like I don't know if everyone else in this like
they do.
Would you say so?
Martin, they do. That's literally it.
They just...
That is literally it. It's just, everyone is just... all the time.
Yes.
And...
It's
quite nice.
It's quite nice. It's like we found...
Chaos.
We found like peace.
Yeah.
With chaos.
But it can also be horrendous. Like... Do you know this whole like ADHD like epidemic happening at the minute where everyone's coming out with I've got ADHD. It's a trend. Listen, if you enjoy having ADHD, you don't have it. If you enjoy having it, you don't have it. Because it's ruining my life. And I don't want to take medication because I have this thing, I don't know what it is. I've got this, I know I need to. And this morning actually really made me think, maybe you should, Ruby, just
this
take,
is like the
ADHD
now manifesting.
No, I know. And I've been putting it off for like my whole life. You know, my whole life people have been telling me, Ruby, I've just said something to you. How have you just forgotten or put something down and it's gone? Like, what do you mean? Why have you made 3 pieces of toast? Like, it is...
Well, I could have a piece of toast. Do you have any spare?
Right, not with me now.
Oh, okay.
But unfortunately, next time I'll bring some.
Thank you.
But it is just like the most... This morning I was just going to cry. I walk into my room is tidy. My room is, now it's not.
Okay.
This morning I woke up, my room is clear. Nothing on the floor, spotless, right?
Spotless.
I come in, I've got my shorts in my left hand. I look at them, they're clean, slay. Put them on the bed. I go over to the window to go to my drawer, get my skirt. I turn around, where are the shorts, Martin? Martin, where are the shorts?
Well,
because
where you left them?
No, they weren't. This is why is that? They should have been, and they weren't there. And I've gone, okay, what have I done? What have I done in that 5 seconds?
Okay, you're like trying to think back.
Yeah. I can't.
Because you put them down.
I must have. But where? Because they're not there, Martin. And I rip apart my room. I'm looking for them. My room is now a state. I cannot find. They're not in my room. I don't understand.
Panic.
I'm like, where are they? Okay. Go into my sister's room. Borrow her shorts. I can't. I give up. Come back into my room. Where's my skirt, Martin? Where's the skirt that I went to go get out of the drawer? It was in your hand. When I went to go look for my shorts. Oh no, they're gone.
They're gone?
They're gone. Where's the skirt? I don't know. I'm ripping my room again. Cannot find the skirt. Looking for everywhere. Running around. Still can't find it.
Yes.
Finally find it. It's in the kitchen. When did I go in the kitchen?
Why did you go in the kitchen?
I didn't. I don't understand because I can't remember going in the kitchen, but I clearly did go in the kitchen because I wouldn't have had them in my hand. They would have been in my hand.
To put them down.
Exactly. I don't understand. So then I'm rushing back into my room. I'm sitting there, I'm panicking. The trains have cancelled. So I'm like, okay, I need to get there. I'm trying to book an Uber.
Oh, yeah, because you're trying to get...
I'm trying to get here. Oh. I'm trying to book an Uber. I'm like going into panic mode. My dyslexia is worse because I'm stressed. I can't read any of the times on anything.
Oh, you get that as well?
It's really bad. When my dyslexia is bad anyway, but when I'm stressed or in an anxious situation, it just makes it 10 times worse. I cannot read anything. I'm looking at a page and I am illiterate.
It's
gone.
It's just in a... different language.
It's a different language. I cannot read it. I'm seeing that, and that's causing me to freak out even more. I then see my skirt again, which I've like left onto my bed.
It was in the kitchen.
It was in the kitchen. I brought it in my room. I see it on the bed. I'm like, right, just put it on before you forget. So I put it on.
Okay. Wait. So all this time you're running around without your skirt on?
Yeah, I'm only wearing the shorts.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I'm dressed, guys. Don't be grim, guys.
No. Sorry, I hadn't thought.
Classy woman.
A sophisticated,
I'm a
strong,
sophisticated,
independent woman.
Yes. I was in my shorts, and I was running around.
No, don't. I'm not. It was just more. I just trying to picture it in my head.
The neighbours think I'm a lunatic. That's for sure, because our house is like maybe from here, that wall to that wall.
Okay.
And it's windows.
Oh.
No, they're closer. They're closer than that. They're genuinely closer than that, and they're windows face to face.
Okay.
So they can see me fucking running up and down my house, going, talking to myself, screaming at myself, being like, "Where have you put them?" And yeah, I finally get an Uber, in tears at this point. Literally, I'm like, "Where's my bag gone?"
Oh no.
So then I had to get another bag, and I've got my bag I brought today is full of dupes of things that I would have brought because I've lost the original bag. And
I love
still
so you've
in
got
my
a
house.
bag, like you've got 2 bags with 2 lots of stuff.
Yes.
Just for these
Yes.
occasions.
Because it happens so often, and it's just crazy. And then I think of something else. I'm like, oh wait, I've got to do this, and my head is just
charge your phone.
spinning. Yeah, charge my phone, and my head is just spinning with everything. And then I just freeze. I stand there and I'm like, oh my God, I actually can't move. I can't do anything. I'm just sitting there going, what do I do?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just freaking out. And then I just have to I call my mum and I'm like, Mum. And she's like, okay, baby, just stop. And I'm like, I have stopped. I've been stopped for 20 minutes. And we just sit there on the phone and it's like, okay, pick up your bag. Just leave the house. If you forget something, it's fine.
It's fine.
Fine. You'll live.
Take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. And I
It's
get in the
fine.
Uber, and then I'm in the Uber. And we are alive. We're alive.
I like that, yes.
And that's the madness that social media has driven me to. But going back to the people in social media.
People social
Sorry,
ADHD and yes, people on social media and stuff. Yes, I think that's interesting. I don't know if media. I think media does attract sort of
It's really split. It's so split because when you're a creative person, like you wanna be creative. You know?
Yes.
I can't imagine myself doing. I mean, not because I can't read, but mainly that. But I can't imagine myself kind of. If you this is, by the way, this is no shit. I respect everyone who does an office job. This is absolutely no shit. This is just me personally. I cannot imagine myself sitting in an office all day because I know myself. It would really stress me out more than it has.
Interesting you say that. I know I just interrupted you, so I'm so sorry. But it is interesting. I think kind of that side of things, it made it more relatable to myself, or sort of more aware to myself. I've always kind of had my own businesses or done my own thing from like 10, like a really early age. I've just create. If I wanted to do something, I'd find a way to do it and just do it. And it was like after all of stuff like last year, doing reality TV and like traveling, doing all the events, people were like, when will you settle down and kind of get a proper job? We're back to a proper job. And I'm like,
just shoot me in the head, why don't you? Just shoot me in the head. I literally.
It's just. It was like, okay, fine, I will. So I got rid of everything.
No, it's like the worst thing you can do.
I moved down to Portsmouth and I got a proper job. So I'm like on good money. I literally get paid to do nothing. I do nothing. I sit in a deck chair doing nothing.
To be fair.
Being paid quite a lot well above.
Hook me up, like
well above average, and people, it's like you're living the dream, and I hate it. I look back at my diary notes in that time,
and you're just like,
and mentally I'm just like, because all of a sudden that creativity, I'm like just suppressed and kind of like put in that thing, that almost kind of like that whole identity that made me that kind of spontaneity. If I want to do something, I'll do it. If I want to go somewhere, I'll do it.
And now you can't.
Now I can't. Now I'm like literally beholden to someone between 8 a.m, 5 p.m. When I finish, I'm just living in like out of a B&B, out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
Where I then spend all my evening, and there's like nothing to do.
Yeah.
And it was like actually in that time, it was like I look back in the diary notes for those 3 months, and it is like
just dire.
Yeah. Dark. It's
crazy because I think, I'm so lucky to be in the job that I am. Like, I understand, like, doing social media is definitely a privileged position because I'm lucky because I started so young.
Yes.
That I'm living at home.
Yes.
Right? So I had the time.
Yes.
I had the time to just post and go live because I wasn't worrying about rent. I'm not worrying about anything because I'm at home. I'm a child.
Yes.
So I everything I'm saying, like, I do kind of take into consideration the fact that, like, if you are a bit older and you have a mortgage or a house or children or just family members to
wife,
take care
husband,
of,
whatever. Yes.
It's a bit more of a, like, struggle because you have to really think, okay, this is a risk.
Yes, it's a gamble.
It's a gamble.
Let's give it.
Am I willing to put everything on the line for this?
Yes.
So I get that as well.
It is interesting. Kind of when older people kind of reach out to me or kind of send me a message, and it's quite like people who are like 75, 80 years old, and they reach out. It's like, Martin, It's weird. It's like people. It's like in a weird way, people are like happy seeing you live your best life, so to say,
or are they?
Or are they?
Or are they?
Or what they think. I guess maybe kind of what they think is your best.
There's a big glamorization over it, isn't there?
There's a big glamorization, even like kind of reality TV show winner, best-selling author, and all of the stuff that I did. And it's like at the same time, yeah, that's great, and I kind of got that history or that things behind me. But it's like actually in this moment in time, I'm actually feeling rather miserable in Portsmouth, sitting in a deck chair. It's like, how can you like let that define you? You just always kind of have to
and it's really hard to explain that to people who aren't doing this because, like, if I said what my life is kind of like to like 10-year-old me, they'd be like, oh, like, you're fine.
Yeah.
Like, what you have nothing to worry about. Nothing. You're just perfect. And like trying to explain to people like, yes, this is cool, but there is a downside.
Yes.
Social media is like, I think genuinely one of the darkest industries ever. Honestly, I have had I feel like genuinely all my mental issues are due or have come off social media in a way.
Okay. I'd say what's your top 5 mental issues, but that's probably not the appropriate question to ask.
No, it's, do you know what? It's but like we live in a bubble. We live in a bubble. Social media people live in a bubble. We're not normal, in a bad way. And it took me a while to clock this. And I have almost no friends from my sixth form and my secondary school. I have 2.
2. I think I've got 2 or 3 from school as well. Yes.
And I used to be in a massive friendship group, and it kind of got to a position where I would maybe view things in a way that they wouldn't, and it would my vision I noticed was warped because of social media. It's created a lot of trust issues with me in friendships and relationships. Really massively, because in social media you don't know who's your friend and who is just using you.
I see, yes, kind of for the pop. No, I would say like popular or what you can offer. Yeah, I can understand.
A little bit. Like there is that a lot of the time. And because it is a working industry and because it's so personal, you forget that. Yes. You do forget that. And I am always one of those people where I don't care. I don't know, maybe it's just because I've been doing it for a long time, but I do not care how many followers you have. If I don't like you and you are not a nice person and we do not get on, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to pretend or go out of my way to be like, oh my God, bestie!
Oh, you've got 10 million followers! Oh. Let's be friends!
I honestly, if I genuinely think you are not a nice person and I don't like how you treat people, I don't like the way you speak to people.
Yes.
I'm not going to go out of my way, really, to pretend to be rest. I'm going to be civil. I'm not going to be like, talk to the hand, to the face ain't listening.
Talk to the hand,
you know,
to the face ain't.
I'm not going to go out of my way to be friends with you, but just because... Why would I? It doesn't make any sense.
It's not, and I think maybe that's ADHD, bro, or something. It's like, just how can you? It just didn't. If it doesn't make sense, like how, if you don't enjoy it, like you just can't comprehend why. How is it even possible to do?
And I think I came in this industry very, very innocent. Like I kind of assumed that everyone was so only in this for the creativity.
Yes.
And no. I had one friend who, I kind of mentioned this before. The TikTok tea page was a gossip site.
The TikTok tea page. Yes.
I lived Gossip Girl. If you know what Gossip Girl is, you know.
I don't know. So
half
I feel
the
like
TikTok community lived like they were living in Gossip Girl, because there was this Instagram page called the Tea Page, which was released, and I still talk about it to this day because it affected my mental health.
How long ago was the Tea Page?
The Tea Page was taken down maybe a year and a half ago, and it was such a prevalent thing because basically you could send, it was an anonymous account. There was a gossip page, and you could send in tips. So like Gossip Girl, you could send in tips or tea or seek other people's secrets or nudes or pictures, and the Tea Page would post it or report on it. And because
how many followers did it have? And was
like
this
50K.
like? And this was for just like TikTok.
TikTok in the UK. It was so specific.
I didn't realise. I didn't have Instagram that
It was
night.
crazy, and no one knew who ran it. And it turns out the girl who ran it was one of my friends. No. And something very horrendous happened in my life in the past, and I had confided in her. And the next day, I had a message from the Tea Page, and they knew about it, and they were talking to me about it, and I was so worried about them reporting on it because it was such a personal thing to me.
Yes, it is almost kind of how do you then...
Yeah, I hadn't done anything, by the way, guys, I'm innocent. Oh my word, but like something not very nice happened to me, and I didn't want the internet to know about it because it was a personal thing, and I was still going through it, and this gossip page with thousands of followers, with everyone who is anyone on TikTok or social media follows it.
Yes.
Are DMing me about it?
They go, wait, so they posted it? And
no, they didn't post it. They DM'd me, and they went, "We know."
Oh, okay.
They went, "We know about this."
Oh gosh, yes.
And I go, "Sorry, what do you mean you know?"
How? Yes.
And I've never been so. That was like I've never been so stressed in my life because it was. And the thing is, I hadn't even done anything. It was something happened to me, but I did. It's the internet. It's my personal life.
Yes.
I share a lot with the internet, but there are some things I like to keep to myself.
It's like that's
part
of
me, and I have the right to go through that process on my own without you sharing it to hundreds of thousands of people.
Yes.
And they're DMing me about it, and I'm like, I'm freaking out, I'm panicking. I'm calling my friends, I'm going, guys, like, what do I do? Like, once if they post about it, like, and then a month later, it turned out that it was her,
Christ.
This girl, and I just sat there and I was like, you have joined our house parties, throwback to house party. You have come into our house parties, come onto our Zoom calls, sat on there face to face with us every day, listened to our secrets, recorded our secrets, and then posted about them. That's crazy.
Yes.
That's insane.
That's
actually like
cruel.
That's insane. And she would tell people, and the reason me and her fell out was because, well, that, but also they were biased. They would message us, "Do you have tea on blah, blah, blah? I don't like them."
So they'd message quite openly, go...
Yeah. They would go, "Do you have tea on blah, blah? I don't like this person." Or they'll say, they'll text, one of my friends used to get this a lot. They'd be like, "Oh, someone just sent this in to you, about you, by the way. Don't worry, I like you, I won't post it."
Ooh.
So it's an incredibly biased gossip page, but it was ruining people's lives. Like, it was just anything.
I had no idea.
And we were all kids. We were all 16.
Yes.
Like, the oldest person on TikTok maybe was like 21.
Yes.
Like, in that like community.
In that
everyone's
bubble.
growing, everyone's changing, and they're making their mistakes, but just because it's been recorded and put online, you think you have the right to twist that and turn that. And I remember there was one really awful thing that happened where my friend was a victim in a situation, and the Tea Page basically flipped it on her.
Okay.
And wrote it in a way where she was now the villain in this situation.
Oh, Christ.
And the offender was like, "Oh, he's the one who's been taken advantage of, guys."
Yeah, he's
it's
innocent.
Him, he's innocent. And it was just like, this is insane. You are insane. The Tea Page has been taken down now. I think one of the people was like going to go on reality TV, and they got like ITV to like shut it down or something like that.
Oh wow, okay.
But that messed with my head.
Yes.
Because I was like, I don't know who to... I'm not even big. I'm not big creator.
Yeah, yes, yeah, but it just...
Like, I'm not famous, and this has happened to me. And it was just this weird, like, whoa, where do I go from this?
Where do you go? Yes, I guess in a weird way, it kind of makes you kind of strong, or you gain that perspective, that through that experience, you take in a lot. And
you take in a lot, and I'm sitting here going, right, I need to watch what I'm saying, I need to watch what I'm doing. By the way, the teenager was so specific, it would it would post people's locations.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad.
It is.
Right, and it was even talking about it now. I'm like remembering things, being like, what the like,
they're posting that on the internet.
Oh.
My word, Ruby.
And it's funny, one of my, do you know Marina?
Marina. I know Marina.
Bleep that name out. Bleep that name out. Editor, bleep that name out, because I don't know if she wants me to say that, but
Oops.
You know so and so. You know someone I know. They were working on a TV program the other week, and she was there working on set.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, "Oh, hi," and they, hi. It was a bit awkward, like a wave, and walked away. And she called me, and she went, "You'll never guess who I've just seen."
Oh.
And they were working on set together for like a week.
My word. Okay. Yes, we'll have to. Crikey.
Insane. Like, I don't know what I'd do if I saw her.
Yes.
I think I'd just freeze.
Just freeze. I think yes. It's quite a lot to.
It's just awful.
Go on and yes.
Yeah, there's nothing to say about it. There is nothing. It's so insane.
Just
wild. And now it's over.
And
gone. I'm like, what do I do with this?
What I was going to say, it
gave me so much trauma. And I'm like,
just lodged. I think thinking of things that are in. I'm just thinking of a way to move on from things that are insane. And the only thing I can think of is some of your sketches, Ruby.
That's how I get it out.
It's how you get
That's how I get it out.
Your Riz ones.
Oh, I love a good Riz TikTok.
Oh.
Riz Lord. Hit me up. Riz Lord, but still single.
I didn't realise. I didn't realise that Riz stood for charisma.
I feel like I'm quite can't say the words. There you go. I feel like I'm quite
charismatic.
Charismatic. As you can tell, I'm very charismatic. That's all that.
Yes, I think everyone loves a good pickup line. I don't know what it is.
Pickup line. I've had some great ones.
What's like your great?
The best one that will forever stay with me. I was in a bar, and this guy.
Oh wait, so this is someone actually telling you, not one you used in your video.
No, this is someone telling me, and it was so just out there. I thought, you know what? I don't know what to say, but fairs. He came up to me, tapped me on the shoulder, and then went, "Wakanda forever." And I thought, and it took me a minute, and I thought,
Wakanda forever?
Wakanda forever? What do you mean? Oh.
Explain
so
it.
So a white guy has come up to me in a bar and gone, "Wakanda forever," as in, yeah, black people.
Oh.
Yeah, black queen, slay, like, and he did the arms and everything, and I
fell in love.
No, I don't know what. I just,
it didn't work.
I had no words. I just turned around and I went, "What?
What?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Wakanda forever?" Wild.
Wow.
Insane.
So that was probably one of the worst.
But it was the worst, but the best one I've ever heard, purely for the fact that I was taken aback.
Just taken aback.
No words.
Just no words.
Nothing.
You'll like this.
He's got them planned.
He's
got them planned.
I've got the diary.
Go
on. I went on Google.
Oh no, that's not a good start.
I went onto the internet and I searched the best pickup lines.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe
Riz Lord. I haven't got my hat. I should have brought my hat with me today. This is really sad.
The Riz Lord hat.
The Riz Lord hat.
Maybe you could rate them.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
Now, how should one deliver a good
with
Riz
confidence?
Line? Like eye contact?
Maybe. Well, that can come off a little bit stalkerish and slightly maybe offenderish. Offenderish. That's a new word.
Offenderish.
We love
like,
that.
Not stare.
Not like. But like, it maybe just a glance, you know. It depends how you want to come across. Maybe a little or whimsical. If they're really attractive, you could bark. But I mean,
bark, woof, woof. Is that all it takes, Ruby?
Martin, have you not seen a woman that's just made you want to bark? Oh. Sabrina Carpenter. Hit my line.
That's... have I ever seen a... I mean, maybe a snarl. Oh.
A snarl?
Woof. Woof, woof.
That's not a good bark.
That's not a good...
No.
Like a more deep...
Like a woof.
Ruff.
Yeah.
I love that, Ruby. Okay. So you wouldn't advise me barking at women?
No, I would. And I think...
You would?
Well, let's hear these first.
Okay.
And then I'll see if I suggest the barking...
Over these.
I
like this. That's like good. You could rate... There's 3 here. Rate those. Or just kind of compare them to just bark.
Yes.
I'll take a deep breath and kind of compose myself. Do you have a name? Or can I just call you mine?
Oh, see, it's coming off a little bit noncy.
Oh.
In my opinion. Because I'm like, as a 2023 feminist, you know, independence and all, I don't want to be yours. I don't want to be anyone's.
You don't want to be anyone's?
No, so for that one, I'd say just bark.
Just bark.
Just
okay.
Bark. I'll give that a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10?
4 out of 10.
Do you have a map? Because I just got lost in your eyes.
Oh, see, it's doing it again. No, it's doing it again. It's...
I think it needs, like, smooth.
Do you have any Minecraft ones? That's my go-to usually.
Minecraft? I don't have any...
Or some Wallace and Gromit ones, or...
No, I'd like... How could you, like, make a good Minecraft one? Something to do with blocks.
Fuck my Minecraft dog. That bitch is dead. I need a new one. You in?
You like more of the hardline approach.
Mate.
Maybe the last one then.
Next person who comes up to me in a club, say that to me. And I will bark back.
You'll bark back.
And I will bark back.
I think I've gone too tame with these then.
Tell me another one.
Are you a time traveller because I see you in my future?
No, I like that one, just because I like the dog too, so it works.
Okay, that works?
Yeah, I like that one. That's a 6 out of 10.
Oh!
Slay, you're getting better. It's getting better.
It's getting better, okay.
Getting better.
And then I've run out. My next note is, what's your most favourite memory of being in the industry? And that was like, that's not really a chat-up line.
Someone comes up to you. What is your best... Well, actually, do you know what that just reminded me of? I've been on a date I went on.
Oh!
And...
So the chat-up line had worked up to this point?
Oh, yeah, I went on a date with someone and they knew about the Horrid Henry thing. Like, the video I posted.
Yes!
I posted... For context, I posted a video on my TikTok where I did a Horrid Henry impression. And he knew about it, but he hadn't told me he knew about it.
Oh.
And we were on this date and we met on Hinge, the bane of my existence.
Of love.
Christ on earth. And we're sitting at the bar, you know, we're having a nice time, and all of a sudden he just stands up and he just goes, "Love Horrid Henry," and he walks away.
He was playing hard to get.
No, Martin.
Oh.
No. He was recording it.
He was recording.
He wanted to post it, Martin. Martin,
what,
this
date?
was someone. Yeah, this was a prank. I got dated on as a prank.
Oh my gosh, Ruby.
Drama. You know when you're talking about like meet people in the industry. This is it. This is the reality. I need a comfort pillow.
You were.
I was literally
pranked dated.
And I wasn't. This is my dating life. This is my life.
This is like your naivety and your trusting.
This is the shit. He goes, "Love Horrid Henry," and then he stands up and leaves, and I'm like, "Girl, wait, where are you going? Like, what's going on?" And then he just doesn't come back, and I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna go home now. And I go home, and then like I just DM him like, "You good?" Don't get a response. And then I get another DM, and it's him being like, "Hey, like, haha, like, you know, like I do like these online pranks and stuff, and like I saw you on Hinge, and like I know you like make sketches, and like I saw your Horrid Henry one, which was like really." He tried complimenting me. He was like, "You're like really funny. So like I kind of want to just like do this like for a video. Like, can I post it?" And I went, "If you post that, I will set the law on you."
Damn.
I went, I will go mental, because that is so horrendous. Like,
that's a bit.
If you asked me to go on a joke date, I would be there. I'd be there like that. I'd pretend it's real.
You'll roll with it. You'll play. Okay.
Don't secretly film me and not tell me that you know who I am and you're recording. And I say this to people, and they don't think I'm like You know when stories just people go like, did that happen? I'm like,
I think the more random a story is, like the more believable.
And I told a few of my friends this, and they were like, what? Like, I've got one friend who doesn't believe a single thing I say. She doesn't. It's so funny. I love her, and she loves me, but she cannot get her head round. Like, just the most unfortunate things happen to me, and I'll tell her, and she'll be like, Ruby, your life cannot be like this. And I'm like, I know!
But it's true, it's my reality.
Oh. And, like, she genuinely thinks I'm like a compulsive liar. It's so funny. Like, I'll say something to her, and she'll go, really? And I'm like, here's a photo.
Here's proof.
A video.
It's like, yes.
It's like when we went to you were there? Were you there? Yeah, you were.
Where
Dungeons and Dragons premiere. You were there.
Dungeons and Dragons.
And I hit Justice Smith in the face with my umbrella.
Oh.
And like his whole PR team went like crazy at me. And there's a video of me walking around with like this half broken umbrella, and I texted her. I was like, you'll never guess what I've just done. I've just hit a main character in the middle of the red carpet. In the face with an umbrella. Like, it's awful. And he's in like this pale blue, it's like a muddy umbrella. He's in like this pale blue like outfit.
You ruined his outfit.
No, thank God. God. I think that's what they were worried about. That's what because there's like 3 people ran over, and I think they were worried about. Yeah, they were worried about the outfit.
It's like what point of your life do you get to, like when you have 3 people looking after you with napkins?
It's insane. And I was just like, oh my God, like, I was like, girl,
my God,
this just happened, and she went, but did it actually? I'm like,
it did.
Where was I going with this?
I'm not just like your life and people not believing.
Oh, the dates.
And the dates.
Yeah, and I just went, that is an horrendous thing to do. If you do that to anybody else, and I find out you've done that, mate, cancelled. Automatically. Like,
gone.
And then he blocked me, so big fun.
Okay.
But yeah, like, the dating industry is a fun time to be alive.
The dating industry.
Yes. The dating industry. It's an industry. It's an industry now. It's an industry and a business.
Tinder Plus is like controlling it.
I find it really funny. Like, I said this the other day, when you see people, if you don't date in your industry, that is a big one. Don't point at me. I know I'm a victim of this. Oh,
so am I. But I'm
awful.
not telling you.
Oh,
anything.
Why?
Let's go. Don't date within the industry.
Martin's been through shit, guys.
I have lived many lives.
Trauma. Yeah, do not date within your industry. This isn't even a warning. This is me telling you.
It's like
this is me telling you.
People at events and you like fall in love with them.
Yeah, because everyone's so pretty. Everyone's so
I've
nice.
got a bit of I don't know. She'll probably watch this. I sort of got engaged at an event.
What? What do you mean you got engaged?
I'm sorry, Ruby. Yeah. I sort of got engaged at an event.
With who?
Well, she's got a boyfriend, so I can't say her name because she might find out.
Come on, please tell me. Bleep out. Who is it?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. I know.
You do.
I know. No, I don't. Stop. You got engaged with someone.
I did. So we're at what event? Rebel Moon.
Fuck off.
Yeah, Rebel Moon.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks ago I got engaged and I went off to Ukraine. So it's like, sorry, love, I've got to go.
See, this is where my friend would be like, but did it really happen?
It did.
But did it really?
I've got the photo. You know what made it? I didn't realise that when you propose to people, people cheer. And they go, woo!
Mark, have you ever seen any of those public engagement videos ever on Instagram?
You see, I get down on one knee to this girl and say, name, will you marry me? I don't have a ring. So her friend takes her ring off for me to give to her.
Martin, this is insane.
It is. And then it's like everyone then had to get like suppressed because everyone like near the whole room. It was like, I don't know, 100, 200 people. Of like
oh my God.
Internet's biggest TikTok creators and celebrities were there.
So funny. It's so funny. I've got an engagement ring in my bag right now, which is hilarious.
Maybe we could get engaged.
Get engaged on the podcast.
I'm at it again.
No, I'm not even joking. I have a full... I carry it everywhere with me.
What?
Because sometimes, and listen, okay, this sounds...
You know, it might not.
This is a trick. If you carry an engagement ring around with you, if someone comes up to you and they won't leave you alone, because, look, I'm not a generalizer, but men may, I'm not being funny. If I say I'm not interested, or I've got, you know, not interested in you, go away, they'll be like, oh, but like let me make you interested. I'm like, fuck off. Some men respect other men more than you. So if you pull out an engagement ring and go, I'm married, they fuck off. I bring one with me everywhere. And I've got, it's actually in my bag, and I bring it to clubs. Clubs are amazing to have them. It's so good.
It doesn't work for men, though.
Yeah, it does. You get a band.
I was given a bunch of roses from a girl yesterday.
That's nice.
And I was on the train back, and I was just the attraction for all the other women on the train. And it was like, come on, I had to throw them in the bin in the end.
But if you have a band and say, I'm married, they
married.
might go away.
This doesn't make me sound very faithful. Here I am getting engaged, asking you
I was about to say, mate, like, maybe you do fit in this industry. Maybe...
I just forget.
I forget I'm married.
It's like when you have to
get my house.
Am I married? I know. Wait.
Am I? Oh my god, that's such a good excuse. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, babe. Like,
I'm really sorry.
I slept with 7 people, but like, it's because I just forgot.
I forgot.
Like, I just forgot. I'm so sorry. It's crazy.
One of them was your sister.
Why? Oh yeah, I'm really sorry. Just fucked your father by accident and your mum at the same time. It's insane. I just thought they were related to you. It was crazy. It's crazy.
Same face.
Living life. Life's a game. Might as well play it.
I love that, Ruby. Well, Ruby, I think we've kind of quite literally touched on a lot here. And it's like, how do we like bring it all together? Or what if Ruby could like close the podcast with like a sentence or an inspirational quote or a line?
I have a great inspirational quote. Oh, actually, I've got 2. Wow.
Which one of them don't date within the industry?
Well, yes.
That's one, but let's go for a second one.
By the way, I've not been farting this entire fucking podcast. I'll make that very clear. It's the chair. Can you hear that? Every time I move, it makes that noise. I am not a farter. I'm a woman. Women don't fart. Anyway, my ending statement. You ready? It is not what you've done. It's what you do with what you've done for others. Noah Centineo.
Thank you, Ruby. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thanks!
That's
I really enjoyed
great
it.
finishing line.
Or table. Thank you. I enjoyed that. That was great.
That was great fun. Now we sit here awkwardly.
Now we sit here
until the
awkwardly and go.
cameras stop rolling.